Today, we're gonna burn a cabbage. It's gonna taste really good. Hi guys, welcome back to Bread and Butter. I've been reading the comment section and a lot of you have been asking for more vegetable recipes. Not necessarily vegan, but just cooking veg. And today, we're gonna be working with her. She's a beauty. She's a cabbage. Now, there's so many different ways to work with a cabbage. Let me see if I can get this into the bin. Channeling my inner Michael Jordan, and she misses. Okay, that was epic. Anywho, I like to just eat it raw. I chop it up in big chunks and my kids just kind of munch and crunch on it. I like to shred it and shave it into a slaw. By the way, I have a recipe on my channel. Click here. I'm gonna attach the video. You can braise it, you can boil it, but you can also burn it. That might sound weird. Why would you want to burn it? How do you eat it afterwards? Quite simple. It's the outside that's gonna burn, but inside is just gonna be extremely flavorful and juicy and soft. And why I love baking is if you boil vegetables, a lot of the flavor usually kind of seeps into the water, and that's fine if you're making like a soup. But other than that, baking is the way to go because all of the flavors they just kind of like amp up. You know, the sugars, they're gonna caramelize and you just get a really intense, trust me, delicious cabbage flavor. So first things first, we're gonna preheat the oven. We're gonna just slice this guy in half, prepare him a little, show him some love, and just send him to the oven. Just let him be for at least 90 to maybe, 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on the size of the cabbage. And while he's chilling, I'm gonna do some chores. I'm probably gonna watch a TV show. And then we're gonna make a beautiful, delicious, healthy, and yes, nutritious sauce to serve the cabbage with. Okay, what we're gonna do is finish chewing. I'm going to take a knife and we're gonna go check on the cabbage. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open the oven, careful, there's a lot of hot steam inside, and then we're gonna kind of poke it. So what we want is for the cabbage to be soft and tender, but still have some dignity, you know? We don't want the knife to just slide through. We want the cabbage to kind of fight back a little. And if it's not ready, we'll just add like 5 or 10 more minutes. And while it's finishing up, burning, we go make the sauce. Still chewing on cashews. Oh, look at that. It's a beauty. Do you hear that? This is exactly by the way what we want to see. So let's give it a go. Slides right in, but I think she could do with maybe, let's give her 5 to 10 minutes. And let's go make the dressing. Now, some people might call this sauce like a romesco. Maybe it's a romesco, maybe it's not. The idea is we're gonna use some nuts. Today, cashews, because they're naturally sweet. And we're gonna cover them in boiling water so they get a bit soft, and they will add a lot of texture and body and creaminess to the sauce. If you have like a nut allergy or something, you could totally switch this for, let's say, silken tofu. That'll be perfect and it will add some protein, or even like white butter beans will be great. Now for the onions and the chili, I'm gonna roughly chop them up. This is all gonna go into a blender, so you don't need to be like meticulous about like the sizes and shapes of the veg. So we're cutting this up. This is a leek. I love these guys, they're delicious. But you have to be careful. They tend to like accumulate some dirt and some dust inside. So we're gonna wash it thoroughly, but we're gonna be just using this white part, a bell pepper, and from spices, I'm gonna be using curcuma, but this is actually turmeric. We're gonna be using a bit of turmeric, and for the turmeric, for it to be super healthy and potent, you always need to pair it with a crushed pepper. So we're gonna be using salt, pepper, and some tomatoes. I have some chopped tomatoes with herbs. This is gonna save me some more chopping up and cutting. I think this has like basil, tomatoes, and some oregano. It's perfect. So all of this, cut it up, dice it up, fry it up on a little bit of oil, and then we're gonna introduce this to the soaked cashew. We're gonna drain the water and just the cashews go in a blender, and the sauce is ready. And the cabbage is almost ready. And we have just like this beautiful meal coming together. This might look messy, but you know what? Today's a messy day. The sauce was flying everywhere, and you know that turmeric, it's a really healthy, beautiful, like adaptogen, but goddamn does it like color everything and stain everything. If you don't want any stains, stay away from turmeric, but it is so good for you. Anyway, look at this stunner. When the way a cabbage burns is almost cinematic, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But below, underneath that burnt crust, lies this. It's beautiful, it's soft, like you can pull it apart, and just so you understand how tender it is. And it tastes incredible. Who would have thought? A cabbage, absolutely amazing. So, this is how I plated it. I'm pretty sure you can do better than me. I'm not so good at this stuff. If you do, try this recipe. And if you do post this online, on social media, tag me. I want to see how you serve it, how you plate it, how you eat it. And afterwards, let me know in the comments below how you liked it. Yes, it does take a while. It takes up some time in the oven. But Jesus, like you're not really cooking it. You just leave it there to chill. The sauce comes together in a matter of like, 15 minutes from beginning to end. Let's give it a try. I love that the bottom develops a lot of color, whereas the inside just looks pristine and perfect. Let's try it. I put some chives on top because chives are good on everything. Seriously, this is so good. It really is delicious. I can't stop eating it. So the cabbage is gonna really fill you up. This has a lot of fiber. It's very gut friendly and gut healthy. The sauce, because of the cashew, also has a little bit more body. But again, as I've mentioned, there are lots of substitutes and lots of variations that you can play up with the dressing, with the sauce, with this little orange situation. It's really good. It's creamy. It's tender. It's soft. It's vegan. Very healthy, very nutritious. I'm probably repeating myself, but I really am very, very proud of this dish. Really. Makes me want to dance. Good stuff. Try it.